Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Anyway, to be very fast and serious, I want to tell you about the video that I'm going to make for you. I'm going to tell you about my allergy reaction. Where is this photo? Don't worry. My allergy reaction experience. I react to shellfish, I react to prawns, shrimps, crabs. That's shellfish, okay? And I'm gonna bring to you a video of what this is all about. You might be reacting to shellfish as well, but you do not know. I'm gonna tell you about it after eating, what you feel, how many minutes or you start feeling, how many hours, what you feel, what you should do. Well, what I do on my own, I'm going to tell you in that video. Just calm down. You're going to see pictures of reaction, like, oh, my face will become like that, my mouth will, Just watch out for this allergy reaction video, shellfish allergy reaction, okay? And see you soon. Hello, welcome to Eken Special. I am Eken Special anyway. So today I decided to finally share my allergy reaction story. I react to shrimps, prawns, shellfish. I don't know what you might be reacting to. Some of us react to one edible or the other, but we don't get to know. We wonder, I've just finished eating, why am I feeling this way? Not knowing that it's some allergy reaction. My story, in fact, the last reaction I had was in February 2014. Let me start with how I got to know that I have this shellfish allergy reaction. In 2005, I had gone to a friend's house and then I was served with shrimps, prawns. That was the first time in my life that I would eat shellfish, prawns, shrimps. And then about an hour after eating, I started feeling strange. I left the house. And then I was walking home because my home was a patrol from my friend's house. And then it was getting worse. My jaw was some kind of contracting. And then I was like, what is happening? I just finished eating. You know, like going to someone's house and then you're just feeling eating and then you start having some reaction. The first thought would be, what did I eat? How did I eat? How was it prepared? And then your last thought would be, have I been poisoned? You know, have I been poisoned? Well, depending on where you are. So, a few minutes later, it was getting worse as the minutes continues to unfold, and then I was rushed to the hospital. At the hospital, the docs checked me and was like, what happened? I told him the story. I had prawns, I had shellfish. And it was like, oh, girl, you're allergic to shellfish and you should stop eating it. That was the first experience. You know, since 2005, I tried as much as I could to stay away from shellfish, from prawns, from shrimps. In fact, I love Chinese, okay? But whenever I visit a Chinese restaurant, I make sure I stay away from shellfish, from prawns, from shrimps, from crabs, you know. And then in 2014, I walked with a friend into a Chinese restaurant. It was in February. Don't guess the date. It was in February. I walked with a friend into a Chinese restaurant, and then I requested for what did I request for? Chicken spring roll. And then when it was served, I had the first bite, I finished. Of course, it was chicken spring roll that I ate. But the second roll, when I bit it and then swallowed it, I told my friend, I've eaten prawns or shrimps. My friend was like, no, because I already told this friend of mine the story, my allergy story. And I was like, no, you've not eaten. Don't worry, you've not. But then I began to feel itches. My throat was itching. And I'm like, I've eaten. So I call on the waitress. I'm like, what did you serve me? I've eaten prawns. I asked for chicken spring roll. Like, oh, it's a mistake. We mistakenly served prawns and chicken. No, you see, in this part of the world, this is what happened. Someone, you request for one thing and you're served the other, and their thought is like, like they will say, permit me to use this Nigerian slang, meat na meat. Meat is meat. What's that? I asked for chicken spring roll and you served me with chicken and prawn spring roll, and the after effect was what you would imagine. So 2 hours later, I was at home, and then it was 1 hour later I was at home, and then it was getting so worse that, look at this picture. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but I'm gonna get this picture to you. This is your Eken special in the February of 2014, 2 hours after eating shellfish, 2 hours after eating prawn spring roll. So the first reaction I get, apart from the itching I feel in my throat, is my under eye, beginning to swell. Let me see if I can get that. Yeah, this begin to swell, and I know I've eaten shellfish and I'm having prawns or shellfish allergic reaction. Okay, and then the next 2 hours was hell. I could not do anything. My throat, my jaw was contracting. My mouth was like this. I could not breathe. I could not sit. I could not stand. Okay, I could not lie down. I was so completely restless. My heart already began to swell, and my stout that was by my side was like, drama queen, stop this drama, you're gonna be fine. She didn't know what I was feeling, but for crying out loud, I was dying. Okay, and then about 2 hours 30 minutes after I ate the prawns, a friend of mine, Eddie, called me, and like, I was trying to talk, because my mouth could not close at this time. My mouth was, I could not breathe, I could not talk. My friend was like, you're not talking. So he kept trying to get words from him. I was like, wouldn't you want to go to the hospital? I said I would like to go. And the next minute was at my gate, and then took me to the hospital. And then at the hospital, of course, I told the story to it was at night already. I told the story to the consultant, the doctor on call, and then I was given some pills. Why am I telling the story? I keep getting, in fact, my friends have been asking me, tell this allergy reaction story. You don't know who would be helped from this. Some people react to shrimps, to prawns, to shellfish, to all things, but they do not know. I know mine. I react to shellfish, and as much as I can stay away from shellfish, I don't eat it. Guess, let me do a little chit chat with you. After all this phase, people came up to me. A friend, 2 days later, my face was still swollen, sort of. A friend was like, I wouldn't have believed your story if I had not seen something like this. I had gone out with a girl, and then we were in a group. We ordered for prawns, and then 2 hours after eating, the girl collapsed. She slumped. She fainted. She was rushed to the hospital. Luckily, she survived it. Another friend of mine told me, oh my goodness, thank goodness you did not take vitamin C when this happened, because once you take vitamin C during this reaction process, the end happens within 10 seconds. Like you're gone. Vitamin C and a shellfish allergy reaction is like a no. I believe doctors would confirm this. Please let us know what we react to. Shellfish allergy reaction plus vitamin C in the process is silence, death, gone. Okay, please. And then it's so bad. How do we even know? How do we even know what we react to? How do we even know that we've not been poisoned? So many thoughts started getting on my head at that time, and I'm like, oh, if I were to be somewhere in some interior areas, and then I had gone to a friend's house to eat, and then come back with a swollen face, with a contracting jaw, with, you know, not being able to kind of trying to survive. I don't even know. It's always emotional for me whenever I have to recount this allergic reaction thing, you know. And then you're back home, and your parents are illiterate. I mean, I'm not saying your parents are illiterate, but your parents are not aware of this situation, this kind of situation. And then you are gone to a friend's house to eat, and then you come back like that 2 hours later. What would be their first reaction? Like, oh, my child has been poisoned. They have been poisoned. Where did you eat? Where did you not eat? You know, please, this is my allergy reaction story. Yours truly reacts to prawns, to shellfish, so I stay away from it. Please know your allergy. Let me see if I can get more pictures for you. This okay, this was me at the hospital. Oh my god, sometimes when I look at this picture, I'm like, who is this? But this was me in 2014. And then this was me, how many days later was this? This was me back from the hospital that night. This was me back from the hospital that night, okay? This was me, of course, I had to go to work. So this was me 2 days later. You see, my face was still swollen. I'm gonna get those pictures to you, but please let us know what we react to. Oh goodness, this was me when, this was me 3 days after this allergy reaction, okay? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna bring more informative stories. I'm not gonna be telling you about allergy reaction all the time, but I'm gonna be telling you, I'm gonna bring stories that you can relate. Please let me know if you relate to this allergic reaction story, whether it's shellfish or any other thing. Let me know. See you in my next video.